the first completely original Evil Dead.
Brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new. He did it. We're continuing our Lee Cronin week, heading into The Mummy, and we are on Evil Dead Rise.
I think I've said it about other movies maybe before in our reviews, but this has got to be the bloodiest, goriest, and scary movie, ever.
This one is an experience.
I really think my rating's going to be shocking.
I think so too.
I think.
This one is straight up horror. No question.
Minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know how he did it. I do not envy him coming into the Evil Dead, which is a huge franchise, has a rabid fan base.
It's a cult classic.
And this is, and having to make the first completely original Evil Dead. The other ones either had similar characters, similar setups, like remakes, or just legacy characters. This is the first movie that was none of that.
Yeah, brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new. And he did it.
And I don't envy the actors in this either. Because what had to have been put on their body and the way they had to move their bodies. Whew.
This one ramps it up even more because it's a family. So going in, the stakes are raised higher because it's not just a bunch of friends and maybe a brother and sister.
Yeah, it's mom and her 3 kids.
Mom, 3 kids, and a sister.
Yeah, right. The sister comes in.
So in being Evil Dead, the S is going to hit the F.
Yeah. Most people are not going to make it.
Yeah, most people are not going to make it.
They are going to go through it.
And he does put them through it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So our last episode, we talked about how restrained he was in the hole in the ground. I guess with getting a little bit of trust with the studios, getting a little bit more money, they just let him off the leash.
I was going to say, he was fully unleashed. That's what I was going to say. He is fully unleashed to just create mayhem.
And all of the acting is great. Alyssa Sutherland, who plays the mom, who's the evil one in the trailers that you see.
And we met her.
And she is super sweet.
I was shocked. She's Australian.
Yeah.
Correct?
And she's tall.
Very tall and very beautiful. But when she spoke, I had no idea.
But she just kills it in this movie.
She does.
There's so many things, just the faces that she makes, and then just says things
in the cadence.
And one of them, which I called out, was where she's sitting on the bathtub and she's like, "Mommy's with the maggots now," and just the way she says it and the smile on her face,
and then the peephole.
Yeah. Well, she's just sitting here staring. There's so many. She just does so well in that. I mean, everybody does. I mean, the whole family, and like you said, they get put through it. Just blood everywhere.
There's gonna be a lot of things to say in the spoiler part.
Yeah, there's really, really cool, I don't say kills, but just so many cringe moments where people are doing things that you're just like, oh my God, how was that?
I can see them.
But like I said, the story's completely different, but it's done really well. It's written really, really well. All of the characters are believable. The storyline is engaging. You feel for the whole family. So I think that's done really, really well.
And the movie just flies by.
Yeah.
It's one of those that I didn't look to see how long it was. I wasn't checking my watch. It's just, you're in it from, like I said, the very beginning of the movie to the end.
And I think what's really cool about it, too, this being a completely different story, I wondered, how are they going to do that? Because the Necronomicon always plays a part into it. And I was like, this was always billed as it's an Evil Dead story, just in the same universe, just a different story. So I'm like, how is the Necronomicon? He does something really, really cool in that unlocks it, and I think unlocks it even more for other things too, that I think is really, really cool.
I agree.
There's one scene that got you.
Just one?
Well, no, there's
Come on now.
Well, I'm sorry. There's one scene that got you, and then you made me laugh because when they're kind of finding things, this big statue of a crucifix falls down and kind of jump scares, and you jumped, and we actually watched this on Easter.
I know.
And as soon as you jumped, you looked and it was like, well, Easter. And it was like, yeah. I think we had to pause it, and I had to like laugh for a little bit.
Because sometimes I say these things and I don't think they're funny, but then you just lost it.
Yeah.
So this movie's also streaming on HBO Max.
Yeah, so you can watch it at any time. Yeah.
So you can go check out Hole in the Ground and Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
All in the same place.
So there's so much we can't talk about without getting into spoilers. So before we get into spoilers, what would you rate this one?
Shockingly, this is a buyer for me, which I know goes against most things I say, but this hit everything what I think a horror movie should be. I was scared, I was engaged, I was jumping, I was covering my eyes, I was covering my ears. Yes, it's super bloody, but it just works for me. And maybe because I do like the original Evil Deads and love Ash, I'm already kind of okay with the storyline and everything, but it just hits for me.
I agree. It's a buyer. And I agree that that's a bit surprising. I didn't know, because I know you had seen it, but I knew you were like, I can barely handle that movie.
Yes.
It's just so balls to the wall.
Yes.
But yeah, it's obviously a buyer for me.
Yeah.
I love it. It is. I was really not hesitant. I was scared. The trailers made it look good, but I was like Evil Dead. That's like one of my top franchises. So, but it's just it hits every mark. It feels like an Evil Dead movie, even though there's no other characters, and it's just really good.
I will say this for people that might look at me to see if they can handle a movie for non-horror lovers. I wouldn't start with this one. I've kind of been grandfathered in. You've been showing me a bunch of horror movies for a long time, and I can appreciate this one and the gore. But if you're hesitant about horror movies, I wouldn't dip your toes into this one to start out with. That's
a good point, because you're normally the kind of the litmus test for non-horror fans. This one's a little outlier, I think.
It is.
Like, don't trust you.
It's true.
It's just good. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, spoilers?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to go into Evil Dead Rise fresh, pause here, go watch that, come back, and watch our spoiler section. Otherwise, go watch one of our other reviews. Let's talk about the ending, because I think it's got a crazy ending, which is different than the other ones. Of course, there's...
Crazy talking about the wood chipper, or crazy?
Yeah.
Much.
What I want to talk about is it's a new for the franchise, and nothing like this has happened before. So obviously, tons of people are dead, right?
Yeah.
But what he does differently is they're in a big apartment building that's going to be demolished, and they're running down to the apartment, the car garage down on the bottom, and they're going to try to get out. As they're doing this, all of those deadites come back to life, and they kind of form this big, like, combined, like,
kind of spider-like,
spider, octopus,
crab.
Armed. It's just this amalgamation of all of the bodies that like kind of chases them through the building down into the bottom. So that's just brand new. That's never been done, and I thought it was really, really cool. But to your point, how they kill this thing is there's a wood chipper in the car garage, and they get it in there, turn it on, and just chew this thing up. And of course, it's shooting blood everywhere. It's shooting blood all over the sister. And
yeah, because the only people that survive are the sister and the youngest daughter.
Yeah.
I said it's funny because this is like older condemned building that's going down, and here comes this, what I would say seems like a ritzy kind of girl in her floppy hat.
Yeah.
Not even seeing the blood on the ground or anything in the parking garage. She's just like talking on the phone, gets in her car and drives off. And of course, the evil entity or whatever gets her. So then she leaves to go off to this cabin. And that's actually the beginning of the movie, is showing her die, and
that sets her up for being the possessed one at the beginning of the movie.
But I was like, okay, come on. I mean, I know none of it's real, and I can believe all these crazy things that are happening, but I'm like, you slept through all of the noises and shootings and screaming. You didn't hear any of that, girl?
Yeah. Well, and the fact that she's living in this like condemned apartment and she's this like rich looking.
She looks like she's uppity kind of girl. But
it's funny. That's the most unbelievable part of the movie.
I know, which is funny. It's like she wouldn't live there. But
yeah.
I mean, okay. Just to like fire action things that happen. You see a leg getting scraped by a cheese grater.
Oh, that's one of the worst ones. She grabs it, puts it on her thing, and just slowly drags it, and you can just see it.
Cheese grates the leg.
I saw an interview with Lee Cronin on where he's talking about the Mummy, and he said, "I knew that that's a scene that people kind of loved in the movie, and I had to up the ante for the Mummy." So just FYI.
I don't wish, because I'm probably would be embarrassed. But if you could film my reaction in the theater, I'm sure I'm going to be like this the whole time. You're going to have to make sure and hold the popcorn, because I have a feeling that's going to definitely get tossed. There's call-outs. So The Shining, to me, we both said, because there's a scene where the elevator all this blood just pours out of the elevator like it does in The Shining.
Yep.
And then you called out.
Then in the hallway, when they're starting their escape, all of the Deadites start going, "Dead by dawn, you'll be dead by dawn," which is a call out to part 2.
And I think that's great.
Yeah. And she has a chainsaw at the end.
They like Ash.
Yep.
I mean, so these little Easter eggs that get put in,
some of the other like cool kind of gore moments. The same girl that actually hits the girl with a cheese grater, they find her when she first turns. They don't know she's turned yet, and she turns around and she's eating glass, like she's biting into a glass, and she swallows, and you can see it like the jagged piece like going down her neck and kind of part way coming through with some blood, and
all because the boy fell into a crack.
There's kind of like
with an earthquake. He sees a crack, and like this building was built on top of a old bank. So there's vaults down there that have been sealed off. And he goes down there, and there's all of these crosses just hanging everywhere around this one area. And Demi decides to get a book anyway.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he finds
isn't that
the
a
book.
warning?
And okay, so yeah, this is the cool part that I said I think unlocks a lot of opportunity in the franchise. Is it's not the same book. It's so he finds the book and a bunch of records. So he's I'm assuming a budding DJ.
Yeah.
And so he finds the book and then starts playing the records with it, and it's them talking about the book and saying the incantation,
Which then opens the book.
Oh, because it's got like these cool like teeth on the outside of it, and of course he scratches himself, blood gets on it, and I think that. But the record explains there's actually 3 books. So there's the one from the original, this one, and then another one. So, which I think is really cool, because now, they've kind of expanded the universe in a cool way.
And then because there's going to be another one, correct?
Yep, Evil Dead Burn. But it's just it's really good.
But I mean, yeah, after this one, I had to watch My Little British Bake Off.
Yep.
But I still loved the movie because it's effective, but not disturbing for me.
No, it is a worthy, great addition to the Evil Dead.
Yep. Now we got The Mummy coming up, and again, these 2 movies that we just watched back to back, creep, scary, and gory. And I think this one is going to combine all of that.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like he is combining like the folklore and stuff like that, and the mystery of the hole in the ground with the balls to the wall, gore and nastiness of Evil Dead Rise to make, which he actually was offered Evil Dead Burn, the next one, and he turned it down to make The Mummy. So obviously I feel like that means he has a passion for it. So I feel like he'll bring it.
I'm so nervous. So what did you think of Evil Dead Rise? Did you think it was a great new addition to the Evil Dead franchise? Or did you think it was just too bloody and gory? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for joining us today. And remember, around here, the fear is family.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.